it's Corey, and today you're going to learn how to play Blank Space by Taylor Swift. So a couple things before we get started. This is in the original key, so you can play this along with the recording. We're going to be using one strumming pattern throughout the entire song, with just a couple times where we're going to add a few extra strums just to add a little bit of extra stylistic elements. And then also there's going to be 5 chords in this song where most of them are pretty beginner friendly, but there is the D flat, so that's a partially barred chord. So with all that, let's just jump right into it. The first chord you're going to need for the song is going to be the B flat major. So you're going to take your first finger and then you're going to bar across strings 1 and 2 on the 1st fret. You're then taking your second finger, placing that on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and then taking your 3rd finger and placing it on the 4th string 3rd fret. Next, we have the C major chord. That's just your 3rd finger placed on the 1st string 3rd fret. Next, we have the D minor chord. That's going to start with your 1st finger placed on the 2nd string 1st fret. Then you're taking your 2nd finger, placing it on the 4th string 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger is going to go on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Next, we have the F major, which is pretty much the same position as the D minor. If we start with our D minor here, all we're doing is lifting up our 3rd finger to make the F major. But to build it up, you're taking your 1st finger, putting that on the 2nd string 1st fret, and then putting your 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. And lastly, we're using the G minor chord. It initially looks a little bit more tricky than it actually is. It's pretty easy to play once you really get the hang of it, but you're going to start with your 1st finger placed on the 1st string 1st fret. You're then taking your 2nd finger and you're going to place that on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and then you're taking your 3rd finger and placing that actually in the same place you would for a G major chord, which is on the 2nd string 3rd fret. But that's your G minor, and that's going to give us a lot of color in this song. So make sure you're really comfortable with those 5 different chords. Make sure you can play them without having to look directly at the chord charts. Obviously, if you practice one day and then when you come back to it, you maybe need to glance at the chord charts, that's okay, but the goal is to be as comfortable with them as possible before moving on to a strumming pattern. For our strumming pattern today, we're going to keep it really simple, and the main strumming pattern just demonstrated on an F major chord, because that's where we start on the verse. It's just going to be a down, down, chuck. And you're going to repeat that, and then that will be our full strumming pattern. So you'll have down, down, chuck, down, down, chuck. And that will represent a full strumming pattern, or 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So once you have that really solidified, you have most of the pieces you need. It will just be adding a few stylistic things in order to kind of make the song a little less monotonous with our single strumming pattern. If that strumming pattern's a little too hard for you and you don't know how to do a check yet, first of all, you could check out my how to check video. That will teach you how to check. But you could also just do a down, down, tap. So you could do down, down, tap, down, down, tap. And that would be fine too. With the counts, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's a couple points in this song where we're going to add a few little stylistic things. Mainly it's just playing on a single strum, or adding a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to something. And those times are going to be at the end of verse 2 and then at the end of the chorus section. And then you'll also be doing that same just playing on the chord changes at the very end of verse 4 too. At the end of verse 2, we have the I can make the bad guys good for the weekend. In that instance, we're going to be pausing our strumming pattern and just playing on a strum. I have a little slash in my play along and on my song sheets, which you can find on Patreon to indicate that, so you can remember you're just doing and then moving to the next chord. So that whole transition will sound like this. Grab your passport in my hand. I can make the bad guys good for the weekend. And then you go back into the strumming pattern. At the end of the chorus section, we're essentially doing the same thing, but changing it up a little bit because it's the chorus. We'll have the, but I got a blank space, baby. I'll write your name. So notice what I did there is I had my regular strumming pattern on my B flat, where I had down, down, chuck, down, down, chuck, and then I striked down 5 times quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I held my strings to stop the sound. And I'll write your name, and and then I went back to my strumming pattern. Demonstrated that I got a blank space, baby. Now I'll write your name. For the very end chorus, we're gonna do the same thing, but rather than going back to our strumming pattern when we return to the F chord, we're just going to play a single strum, making sure all of the strings are sounded to end out the song. That gives a really nice ending sound to our song. But otherwise, let's give it a play along. 1, 2, here we go. Nice to meet you where you've been. I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game I wanna play. Bad guy is good for the weekend, so it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane, 'cause you know I love the players, and you love the game, 'cause we're young and we're reckless, and we'll take this way too far. Nightmare dressed like a daydream, so it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane, 'cause you know that I love the players, and you love the game, 'cause we're young and we're reckless. We'll take this way too far, breathless. Blank Space by Taylor Swift. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please give the video a like. Also, if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. I come out with new tutorials and things every single week. And if you are a big Taylor Swift fan and you'd like to see other tutorials, make sure to comment down below and also check out my channel because I have quite a few from Taylor Swift as well. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you next time.